So let's look at this one. We have corn being produced, used to produce ethanol grew approximately exponentially from 0.27 bushels in 1985 to 1.57 bushels in 2005. Let's construct an exponential equation. So let's be smart about this, and let's let year 0, right, t equals 0, be 1985. You don't have to, but it's smart to, because that's your starting year then. Okay. Now, why would that be a wise idea? Why does that make it smart? Okay. Well, that would mean that A is equal to 20 or 0.27, right? And it means that you're already halfway there with your equation, right? Because of course you want f of t is equal to ab to the t. That's your general equation. Okay, so if I let year 0 be 1985, I already have A, diggity done. Okay, so then I just have to find the B for it. Well, I can do this a couple ways. So I can say, well, I know it's f of t equals AB to the t. I know that that's 0.27. So let me put this in. Equals 0.27 B to the t, and I know that I want this to be equal to that other number over there, which was 1.57. You know what, let me make a note real quick. So note, if I do this, there's another thing that happens here. That means that my points are 0, 0.27, and what's my other one? 2005, that's 20 years away, right? So 20, 1.57, like that. Those are my points. Okay. So by setting up that starter year, I've set up my points. That gives me my A, so it gives me a lot of info. And then I'm able to use that second point and say, okay, 20. Oh, and in case you're wondering, where the heck did 20 come from, Alana? Well, remember, I set my starting year to be 1985, right? So if I take 2005, take away 1985, enter, 20. That's where it came from. All right, so then I can do that. I can say, okay, 20. But we already know how to solve this for B. We already practiced that several sections ago. We're going to divide both sides by 0.27 because you want to get the B part by itself. So 0.27, and you're doing that because that will cause this to divide away to 1. So it'll be 1 times b to the 20, which is just b to the 20. And I've reversed the order because I like my letters on the left, but equals, and then this number I'll find with a calculator. No, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. 1.57 divided by 0.27, I think it was. 5.8. Okay. So this is 5.818, I think it was. Oh, 8148. See? 8148. Looks like it's repeating. Okay. 8148, 8148, 8148, repeating bar. Okay. All right, so then that means I have to raise it to the 1 over 20 power to get B by itself. Oh, fiddle faddle. There we go. All right, see, 1 over 20. But if you do it to the left, you got to do it to the right. So let me raise this whole thing to the 1 over 20 power. And then, let's see, that'll be B is approximately, and then I'm going to make my calculator do this. Let's see here. I'll take that last power. I'm going to raise it to, if I just press the caret button, it already knows it wants the last answer. Or you could type it. And then 1 divided by 20. And again, I don't need the parentheses on my calculator, but a lot of you probably will. So it's 1.092. Awesome. Oops, we're not done though. Sorry. We have to finish it out. So that means that f of t is equal to 0.27 times 1.092 to the t. There's our final equation. Now remember, just like before, we should be able to double check with our calculator. So let me go to Stat, Edit, clear out my old, clear, clear, clear. I'm going to type in my new 0, 20, 0.27, 1.57. Then go to Stat and go to Calculate. It's number 0, exponential regression, and press Enter. And you can see 0.27, 1.092. So it matches up what I wanted it to. Let me go to Stat Edit again real quick. Because in your notes, you should also, you don't want to just say, yep, calculator says so. When you're writing your notes, you of course want to kind of make notes of what you did. So if you're going to verify with a calculator, verify, this is how you do it. So you go and write down what your table is. Don't just think, you'll remember. You won't. So say what L1 and L2 were for you, which is that's what they are, and then say what the other thing is here. Say the exponential regression. There we go. So that way you can see it. Then it backs up what we said. I mean, at the very least in your notes, you should write down what your table is, but, right? All right, now let's predict the amount of corn that will be used to produce ethanol in 2014. All right, so the first thing you're going to have to do is figure out 2014. So let me grab my calculator again. So quit and get out of that. 2014, take away 1985, because that was my starter year, is 29. So let me write that down. 2014, take away 1985 is equal to, what did it say? 29. So there's my t value. T is equal to 29 right there. So then I'm going to substitute. I'm going to take f of 29, which is equal to 0.27 times 1.092 to the 29. And you can do this by hand. And by hand I mean type it into the calculator. That's fine. Right, so you can go 0.27 times 1.092 to the 29. There you go. About 3.47. So I'm going to do a squiggly because, of course, we approximated a little bit here. 3.47 billion bushels, because that was the unit on our problem. Done. And I'm going to wait on the last question and make the last video all of that. So the one thing I will say is that I'm going to use a graphing calculator, so I'm going to type in some stuff in the calculator in the meantime. But I'll see you back here for that video.